Yes,
The
coach.
best workers in the world are the ones with the greatest imagination. They have the creativity to work by themselves and be able to be out here for hours without anybody pushing them. And that was me for hours when I was y'all age, a little bit younger. I'd be out on a court like this or a half court, and all I had was my imagination, you know?
As y'all know, Kyrie Irving is regarded as one of the most skilled players of all time. I have been studying Kyrie Irving for about 5 years now. All of what he said, his workouts, his actual game film, and I would love to share what I've gathered amongst all these years, and you'll be surprised what I found out.
Basketball, it's like dancing. It's like watching your favorite movie. You gotta really love it. You can't just be out on the court BSing, right? You can't come out here and disrespect the legends that have come before you. So if you want to appreciate the game, you got to start where every legend has started, and that's underneath the basket, and then work your way out.
What I noticed about Kyrie off the bat is how spiritual he is. The first step is definitely loving the game. Now into the warm-up series, I noticed Kyrie loves to get a rhythm. He loves flow. His ball handling and footwork isn't stationary. So we're gonna start off with, we're just gonna move with the rock. We're gonna move with the ball. We're gonna get our bodies flowing. Now this isn't a handle tutorial or how to get handles like Kyrie. Today I'm just gonna go over what he looks at, what he's feeling, his creativity, his imagination, what's going through his head. A lot of ways is how I see the game. And when you're doing this, I want you to exaggerate the movements. I want you to exaggerate every single move because everything is connected from the feet, from the ankles, from the hips, the shoulders, everything. In my opinion, go slow at first. Honestly, do this without the ball. I'm a little bit more advanced, so I'm just letting my creativity flow. Blood is pumping and flowing through me. My imagination is running wild. Now we're gonna get into the touch series. And just so y'all think I'm not BSing, I'm giving y'all Kyrie workout footage, everything that translates to the game. I'm not BSing. 5 years of just watching bro play. I'm telling you, a lot of words you're gonna hear in this video is imagination. How you get that imagination is by studying the game and playing the game a lot. When he says you have to love the game, it's no joke. You think somebody that doesn't love the game is going to be here by themselves for hours thinking of defenders, thinking of scenarios, different scenarios? No. So as you can see, every single shot is different, but the end result is that touch floater. To me, basketball is like math. There's so many different equations to getting and solving a problem. Whatever I see in a game is way different than what you see in a game. What you work on is way different than what I have to work on. But at the end of the day, we're doing the same end result, that touch. As you can see, the veer step into the defender, off the screen, hand swipe, and then we go up, stop and float. The reason we regard Kyrie Irving as one of the most skilled players of all time is that he mastered the fundamentals. People think it's just crossovers and highlights, but in that square, in this paint area, he is 100% money. Me, instead of doing form shots, do this. Play off 2, work pivots, work step throughs, work off 2 feet as much as possible. Being able to shoot a nice little shot in the paint is so dangerous, even as a small guard, any guard in that matter. You see a lot of guards doing it nowadays. Brunson, Peyton Pritchard, those are just high quality shots, high percentage, and that's the whole point of an offense. We're trying to get the highest percentage shot possible.
In the triple threat, this is probably one of the first things I learned in basketball other than the left hand and right hand layup and being able to shoot.
Why are you skipping steps?
That's crazy, bro. You get talk about your favorite NBA player right now,
hold on. What I do though?
Oh,
Without the protection. Protection, right? Oh, you gotta look behind you. Make sure you cover it up. Boom, open. So keep it in your shot pocket. You catch it again. If I'm pressuring you and then you driving, you gotta imagine that I'm gonna be here. Boom, 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 boom. Right, and then you use the pick.
Oh, that's on Kyrie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's on Kyrie.
So when you practice, just imagine that somebody's reaching on that one.
So again, you think it's all highlights, you think it's all crossovers and crazy handles. No, he mastered the triple threat. When you can be able to get space with no dribbles, you will be one of the most feared on the court. So we are working the triple threat, and we work both feet too. I'm right-handed, so my left foot will be my pivot foot, but I also work on my right pivot. Biggest thing that I learned from Kyrie, yes, the creativity, yes, the magic, yes, the imagination. But what I learned from him is that he doesn't skip steps. He is super great with his right hand, but he's also super great with his left hand. Everything with him is just so balanced. It's a testament on how much work he has put in by himself. It's a testament on how much he loves the game and the attention to detail that this man has possessed in his career. There are so many gems that Kyrie has shared with us that helped me become a better basketball player, and I'm pretty sure helped you. And I'm just breaking it down. So be comfortable with both pivots.
So the goal is to use 3 dribbles, but you got to make a move right here. So you got to get there in 3 dribbles. So you could throw it out in front of you.
2, 3.
Bro, no foul.
And then the next part is you could throw it out, just
Working.
so pull up. But the object is to use that as a defender
Okay.
to get around it in 3 dribbles.
Okay, bet.
Now with the transition game, I'm not using 3 dribbles. I'm using pretty much more. I'm using my imagination. But that is how he's able to get to spots with less dribbles, because he gives himself a dribble limit. Essentially, when you give yourself a dribble limit, you have to get to a space and utilize your dribbles efficiently. The whole point of this video is getting space so you can get your shot off. And when you get your shot off, making the shot, and then once you make the shot a high percentage of times, you have the defense at the palm of your hand. It's not about working out, it's about the game situation. It's just like boxing, bro. You can be the best in sparring, you can kick everybody ass in sparring, you know, you're untouchable in sparring and in practice, but when those bright lights come and you're actually in a pro fight with people watching, you shrivel up. So in my head, I'm thinking of those bright lights. In my head, I'm thinking of the crowd. In my head, I'm thinking of how the defender's playing me. You see, he got on Ray's top because he's like, yo, there's going to be somebody in front of you. Always have to think like that. That's how you separate yourself. Preparing for the game for the highest level. How would you prepare if you were in the NBA? How would you prepare if you saw celebrities on the side? Think of yourself highly, and as you heard from him, do not disrespect the game and the legends and the ancestors before us. The mental approach that you should have next game is that you should never get down because you had a bad game. You always have a chance to correct it, and this is where you correct it. You gotta be locked in. You can't cheat the game. You can't do any of that. You can't disrespect the game and think you get the outcomes that you want. And then lastly on this list, we're just gonna do 1 dribble 3-pointer both ways, because you have to have the fundamentals. You have to have the right footwork, the right to left, or you hop into it. If you thought this video was just about crossovers, just about all that highlight stuff, it's not. Kyrie's game isn't built on that. What I learned is Kyrie's game is that you can't guard him anywhere on the floor. He's dangerous anywhere. He can get any shot in 0 dribbles, 1 dribble, 2 dribble, 3 dribbles, etc. Whatever that type of situation is called for, he can provide it, because he spent hours and hours on a half court, full court, it didn't matter. He spent hours on a court every single day. The whole message in this video is that you have to put the time in. You can't just watch a video and be like, yeah, I'm Kyrie. You got to put in that work. And we're going to end off with 10 free throws in a row. I get this video is more advanced, but the whole point in the message of this video, I feel like it's gold. And I'm extremely honored that I can take game from a legend and then convey it in a way that you can digest it. So yeah, man, we're gonna be ending the video right here. Don't forget to have fun. It's just basketball. Always respect the game. Like and subscribe for more. And yeah, man, we out.